Okay, we should be live. Hey guys.
Hello.
They're having a lot of
Hi,
people in chat.
everybody.
Welcome to the Burning Wheel.
Yes.
We are in an interesting situation at this time.
We are.
Let's see. I think that Zen, your character kind of got us into this situation. Would you like to enlighten us as to what it was?
I mean, yeah, I totally did because I was the one that revealed the artifact under the ice. It was me.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
You got us transport to
There's
this
no
island.
metagaming going on here at all, I can tell.
and I'm the one that shot the orbs and got the ice gone. So
Yeah. So we last session we finally got into that ice and we got to the artifact. After much debate about how to get to it, we finally found a way. That being said, though, as soon as that happened, a sort of tipping point was crossed, I guess, where a foot race happened between Nico and Lord Edwayne. And at some point, Edwayne tripped Nico, which started the whole fiasco into now Nico has an arrow knocked towards Lord Edwayne. Ernest was trying to approach Nico with his mace, and now Kirill has his knife to Ernest's throat. And that's kind of where we left the session off last time, as everyone was in a precarious spot about what to do with this artifact. And with that, I think some people's beliefs were changed to reflect the current situation. Did we want to go over bits real quick?
Sure.
Cool.
okay, Twitch is finally letting me log in. That's great.
Just quieting down my microphone a little bit.
Alright, while you guys do that, I guess I'll start. So, let's see. My first belief has changed. It is, Nico saw me fight. He knows he risks his life by drawing his bow. I will convince him not to throw his life away for another, like a slave. If we leave... Yes, my second belief is, if we leave these ruins empty-handed, then these last 3 months of hell will have been in vain. I will not let that happen. I must ensure we retrieve that artifact in the ice. So close to doing that. My third belief is, Kirik put a knife to my neck. I will show him how bad of an idea that was. My fourth belief, due to having the loyalty trait, is I am the assistant and guardian to Lord W. Doing what he says is most important, protecting him is second most. I don't plan to mix those two up anytime soon, or rather, as long as the coin keeps flowing.
And to that end, we've had some conversations off stream about that last belief. It's a lot more malleable than what I was originally saying. If that makes sense.
Okay, we'll talk about it some more. This is the first time I'm hearing about it for those watching.
Basically, we found one of the downloads from burningwheel.com was essays concerning beliefs.
Yeah,
and it actually specifically mentions the loyalty trait and a couple of others that give you extra beliefs. And it says that you can keep the ideology but change the action.
Yeah.
So if as long as it's in line.
Keep I am the assistant guardian to Lord W, then. Okay.
Yeah. So that way you can actually grind fate out of it, and stuff can become irrelevant, and it doesn't make the whole belief crap.
Yeah.
But it basically doesn't make it a stuck as a static part of your character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. My three instincts are the same. Always use violence or the threat of it to get what I want. So this will be interesting in this situation. Always maintain my arms and armor. And whenever I have free time, practice fighting with my mace. Let's see. I have 4 character traits and 4 die traits. My character traits are loyal, imperious, boisterous, and closed-minded, all 3 of which are cultural traits. Light sleeper is my die trait, as well as stubborn, broken, and sickly. And I am effectively the fighter for those tuning in. I am big, wearing armor, and always wielding a mace.
Cool.
Who would like to go next?
I'm ready to go.
Go for it.
I'm going to change my first belief. That used to be about sharing my revelation about the artifact with the expedition. But that is probably what set off this whole fight. So I didn't complete that one, so now I'm changing it. It's now, the conspiracy is a group of brigands and thieves and must be rooted out of the islands, starting with Nico and Kiro. A second
So
belief.
how did the going from trying to reveal everything morph into like this huge, they shouldn't be on any island?
What causes you to believe this? I'm actually just curious.
Well,
Just-
there's probably some out-of-game comments where Nico revealed that the reason why he ran for the artifact is because he now thinks, because of that speech, that Edwin won't share the artifact with the conspiracy. So I thought it would be relevant at this point to have a belief about the conspiracy. And based on Nico's and Edwin's mind, the betrayal and revealing of his true colors, that has colored the conspiracy for him. Edwin is not aware that Nico is not a member of the conspiracy and believes that they may in fact be a thieves guild that has come to steal the artifact and kill him.
Cool.
Hold on, I got the door. Someone rang the door.
Okay.
So what I'm wondering is, does that mean that he actually is out to kill me now?
Well, I think from that, it's more of like there should be something about the artifact, not the must be rooted out of all the islands.
Well, he might have another belief. That was only his first.
That's true. I think maybe moving at smaller scale would help first. But it's also one of those things, right?
Many
like,
fates you will
like,
probably
yeah,
get.
That's not a persona getting belief at present.
At present. It
Sorry
could end
about
up
that.
being a deed, possibly.
No worries. So I was kind of wondering, the belief as it stands right now is a bit grandiose with its goal. Would it make more sense for Edwin's belief about the conspiracy and the hypothetical thieves to be about something with the artifact on hand, not like, let's destroy the entire conspiracy?
No, I think that's his belief. You're supposed to have a strong belief, and then you say the steps that you're going to take to get that belief. That's how you take care of strong beliefs.
Well,
Or
okay,
long-term
so
beliefs.
do you want to have a step in this
Yeah,
belief
the
then?
step is to get rid of Nico and Karo. That's
Oh, right, because that's in there, isn't it?
now
Oh.
out of character. I'm unlikely to kill a player character. I'm happy just taking a fate point for this. But
It
out of
it can
character
be a
also,
belief that's just set up to be changed by what's about to happen. as
Right.
well.
There,
out of
yeah,
character
there's
also, we know that all of us as players are okay with dying, and we will do what the narrative says we do.
Yeah.
All right.
I
So
think
might
I think
get
it
a
works for
persona
now.
out of it. This is my understanding is that
You're-
you're supposed to
you're-
drill
you're-
into the beliefs and find out what they mean.
I don't see you getting a persona out of this.
So even if I eliminated Nico and Carol, I wouldn't get a persona.
Can you restate the belief? Can you reread it out for us?
The conspiracy is a group of brigands and thieves and must be rooted out of the islands, starting with Nico and Carol.
No, I think that's a persona. If we somehow like take care of them, that we all agree with.
Yeah, I guess my issue is your step is ambiguous to me.
My step is to kill Nico and Carol or remove them from their ability.
See, you didn't say that though.
Well, I think it's ambiguous in the rooted out part.
Nico and Carol must be rooted out.
Maybe define that better.
Yeah. What if I persuaded them?
If they're in comas, they'll be fine.
Be part of the organization anymore.
Hmm?
What if, as the result of the Duel of Wits, Nico and Carol were no longer part of the organization? Would that be considered a non-death, rooted out?
And yeah, because they technically aren't, but you think they are, right?
But the idea is that you want them out of the islands, not out of the conspiracy.
Well, the idea is that I want this conspiracy out of the islands. If I remove members from the conspiracy, then the conspiracy no longer is acting on the islands through those people.
You just want to take apart the conspiracy and...
Okay.
Imagine
these two people are...
But that's very different from having a belief of, I need to kill Nico and Carol.
No, it's not. I don't need to kill them. I need to
make you were
sure
saying that's what it was originally.
I said I need to make sure the conspiracy doesn't control the islands by removing.
What he was saying was the most obvious way was to kill them.
This is the most obvious way right now that I can act. The only thing I can do to act on this belief right now is to get them out of the organization or to kill them.
Okay. Because by even just bringing them to your side, you are still removing them from the hands of the organization, and so dismantling it slightly, right? Okay.
Now, there may be some additional way that I haven't foreseen that I could accomplish this. But as long as the conspiracy has been rooted out of the islands in some way, and I'm working on the belief, and as long as Nico and Carol are no longer able to act on behalf of the organization, be it because they're not part of the organization, or because they're dead, or because they're trapped. Like maybe they're trapped in this town for months for something. I don't know. Maybe I get them thrown in jail. But the idea is that they're removed from the ability to act on behalf of the organization. Why don't I rewrite that? Starting with removing Nico and Carol's ability to work on behalf of the organization. So now we're clear on
I don't think you should do ability, because we will that ability is sort of just from their grasp, basically. Just do from their grasp.
Removing Nico and Carol from the organization?
Yes, if they're dead, and if you convince them, that both counts. So
okay.
Yes.
That works for me.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm trying to remove Nico and Carol from the organization because I believe the conspiracy is a group of brigands and thieves.
Okay.
All right.
That's belief number one, right?
Yep, and that's probably the one that Duel of Wits will be over, if there is one. Belief number 2. I will leave nothing of value in the ruins when I leave, for all evil is the work of man, and their wealth belongs to me. I'm not going to change this belief. I'm just going to try and loot the cave of everything, including the artifact. Belief number 3. I must prevent Ivan from telling what he knows, or he will start in war. This is a belief.
About Ivan. Damn it.
Question for someone who wrote... Actually, I will wait. Sorry.
Sure.
I'll wait till we're done bits, and then
I feel like this
we'll talk about that.
This is a long-term belief, but I may just kill him up front. So I don't think this needs to change. I think that when we leave the mountains, if he's still with us, this belief will be way more important. I don't know where the session will go.
Okay.
So now my instincts, when surrounded by darkness, kindle a fire. Gonna keep that. Want to find a good man, find a use for him. Gonna keep that. Ask the story behind any ancient item I see. I'm gonna keep that. My traits are your lordship, superstitious, know-it-all, stubborn, impetuous, and again superstitious. And he has the mark of privilege.
Okay.
I know I've said before that Edwin is only normal superstitious. He's not double superstitious. The
Right.
second superstitious
isn't
is
pure.
from his culture.
Culture. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. You had a question, Remark?
Yes. On the map, Ernest is a lot farther away from Nico than I intended to be. I was fairly sure that I was standing somewhat close behind him, not right behind him.
I added those in just so I could get a vague idea of how that was going to play.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I didn't know where everybody was, but I just put the people there so I could get a picture in my head of how things were going.
Yeah,
Is that
that's
better?
probably that's probably
changed
right.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you change anything?
Yeah, it just got moved. He was further away.
Oh, I didn't update it on my screen yet. Let me refresh. I know we established last time that Edwin was 5 feet away from the block of ice.
Yes.
Oh, 5 feet away from the block of ice. I thought it was 5 feet away from the artifact, which is why you were where you were.
That could be.
That's not to scale.
That is not to scale.
So,
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so it's not
really
to
big. That's
Well, it's
really
about
big.
twice then, so he's right where he should be. Because
That's
it's supposed to be
true.
my 10-foot block of ice. And
Yeah.
he's about 10 feet away. So.
that's true. Scale's wrong, but theoretically, that's where everyone is.
It's just scale. It's just not the right ruler.
Yeah.
Yeah, now the block
Technically.
is 20 foot by 20 foot. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we still need to go through Nico's hits. So.
All right, so the first belief, which is going to come up, I have a feeling. It's I didn't want to fight with me mates over the artifact, but Edwin cannot be allowed sole control of its fate. Second belief is the artifact is within our grasp. We must get the artifact out of this ruin. And I'm fucking up this accent today. I don't know why. I'm sorry. So I'm going to drop it. All right. The third belief is the organization strives to ensure the freedom of the islands. I will use my position to advance their goals. Instincts, at the first sign of combat, always knock an arrow, and we saw how well that works. If there's an opportunity to make money, take it, and I'm sure we'll see how that works later. Never fight from the front, and due to my sixth sense trait, always on the lookout for danger to or from the artifact. Character traits, paranoid, rabble-rouser, culturally brash, one of us, and brutish. Die trait of sixth sense, and call on of quiet.
All right.
And that's Nico.
Cool. So.
I just realized that nobody knows Nico's real name yet.
Nope.
I wonder when that'll happen.
Real name? I didn't even know that wasn't your real name.
Yep. Nico is a backstabber.
No, it's a cultural thing. I'll have you know it's a cultural thing. Like
So
once
Nico is your last name?
Caden,
Is that what you're saying?
once Cadenfellians leave the island, they take on a different name.
Cool.
All right.
But it's also a cultural thing for backstabbing. That could be true
Yeah.
too.
No,
So,
Yeah.
that's we're all a bunch. I mean, it's also culturally relevant on Cadenfell that like they don't view piracy as a crime. So.
It's basically like,
Really?
yeah. Whatever happens outside of Cadenfell stays outside of Cadenfell.
Yeah.
Cadenfell sounds like an interesting place.
Yes, it does. Okay. So
all right. Cool.
I will be involved from a distance, but you two are
Right.
going to be a yelling match.
Well, a civilized
Let's
discussion.
Yes, with
great
Yeah, good
voices
point.
and
arrows.
weapons. And weapons just in case. So for those unfamiliar, we have talked about it after last week's stream and decided we'll be using the Duel of Wits subsystem for the first time. Yay! So it's gonna be
Will
fun.
we do it correctly?
But will we do it right? Will we do it well? And who will win? Because it probably won't matter who will win. The weapons will probably come out either way.
They're already out. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Locked and loaded. We're just having a discussion just so, you know.
You feel better about yourselves.
Yeah.
To
yeah
justify our
this is
actions.
moral high ground shit. That's
Right,
all it
so-
is.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess so.
Surrender to the dark side.
Right, so to sum things up, right? So like it's sort of like towards the end of the day of the third day of the first month of winter. Kirill has a knife to Ernest's throat. Ernest has his mace out and was inching his way towards Nico. Nico has his bow and arrow out and an arrow knocked. Is it drawn?
Yes, it is drawn.
And drawn, pointed towards Lord Edwayne. And Lord Edwayne has a staff, and he was about to reach for the artifact, but he stopped. And so that's where sort of everyone's sort of situated. And I just recently made moves for where Yvonne and everyone else is, in case that comes up in play. And so that's sort of where we all are, with Nico trying to say, hey, let's
fight.
right. Or, well, no, he wasn't saying let's fight. He was saying, don't touch it, don't pick it up, I guess, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
And that's
what he
kinda-
said was that he needs to pick it up because if I pick it up, there'll be nobody
never
to
got
help
to that.
me. No, this is actually what you
We
said.
never got to that point.
You actually said.
No, he didn't say that.
You didn't?
No, I said that. Nico didn't because we changed that when you tripped him. Because when
Yeah.
you tripped him, it triggered the belief that once combat starts, he knocks an arrow. Or an instinct, rather.
yeah.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. Okay.
Yeah, it never got to the point of being that civil about it. But that'll come up. Will come up.
Okay. Oh, I know what's wrong here.
So do we want to jump right into the Duel of Wits, or do we want to set the stage a little bit more?
Well, one of the big parts of the Duel of Wits is the statement of purpose, and so we need to figure out what is at stake and what people we're going to be talking about. So,
I think
Did you
Edwin's purpose would be to keep the artifact out of the hands of the organization.
Or
And-
more immediately, just Nico.
yeah, is there more immediate?
Sure,
thing with that,
Nico.
or-
I mean, yeah.
And you could just say agents of the organization, and that
Okay, agents
does
of
it
the
right there.
organization.
That's true.
Yeah. So let me switch you guys over to
Dun, dun, dun.
here.
Yes. The
I call blue.
Duel of Wits.
All right.
Okay, so Nico is blue.
I like
And at
Red's
the bottom
statement
here-
of purpose better than him. Oh, wait, it's gone.
Yeah, if you guys want to
Place your statement.
place your statement. Oh, also some house mechanic rules or whatever. Because the Duel of Wits has so many frequent rolls, right? We can keep track of all the separate skills you roll, and for each separate skill you roll, you get one test. But you can decide which one of those you use to mark your test.
Do you want to do it that way? Because the books are just
That includes
only
helping,
three
right?
steps.
Right.
And
as well.
that includes helping. You get
so I'll keep-
one per skill.
Okay. So I'll make it clear that the book actually
Wait,
suggests
wait,
only
wait.
3 tests. But that's
say
fine
that.
with
Say
me.
that again, real quick.
Okay, so in the Duel of Wits, where we're going to be rolling a lot of skill checks, not every single one will count as a test.
Okay, for advancement. Okay.
for advancement. Only
Yes.
That's
one will, but you get to decide, like, if you, for some reason, have a routine, difficult, and challenging test for persuasion or something,
Right.
you get to pick
Okay,
which one you can use.
Yeah,
But it's
for some reason I took that to mean you could only use one skill once throughout the Duel of Wits, and I was like,
Oh,
but I
no.
only have 2 social skills.
Right?
yes, just wear him down with
Yeah.
arguments.
I only have 2 as well. This is going to be a lot of trial by error.
Yeah, that would be a short Duel of Wits.
Actually,
Or a
it's
long-
probably
Even get it to the third
really,
volley.
really long one.
Yeah. Okay. So,
All right,
what, Nico?
statement
What's
of
your
purpose.
statement of purpose? Yeah.
I'm thinking about just keeping it very simple. The artifact must be recovered for the organization.
Okay.
Like it's super simple. It's easily compromisable for our purposes of being the first thing we do. I think that's
Yeah. And it's obviously in conflict with Lord Edwin's statement of
Yeah.
purpose.
I'm going to delete these cards because they don't belong there. They're just there for example.
Okay.
hey, keep your statement of purpose out of my statement of purpose.
Our statement of purposes are now one. Welcome to the Board Collective. I think font size 40 will be good.
All right, so how do we want to handle? Do we want to use the cards for this, or do we want to just announce? Or
I think the
mess-
cards were a good way, and so like you'll put your volley or your exchange in the blue square for all 3, and then
Okay.
we'll say volley 1 tab, volley 2 tab, volley 3 tab. So you go in that order. Similarly, Lord Edwin would be in the red, and then we would reveal 1s first, 2s second, 3s after that.
Okay, so
Which
I've never used cards on Roll20 before. Do I just drag these out and set them down?
So here's how
if you-
this works. Click on choose, and then drag the cards to your hand that you want. I'm doing that to myself.
Where is my hand? Quote,
To your
unquote?
name
Okay.
in Roll20.
Yeah. If
Ah,
you see-
okay.
Your name
Oh,
should
I see.
outline.
Yeah.
All right.
And you
see
can
that.
click on
Cool.
your
Okay.
hand to see what cards you have.
Okay.
You can also click
So-
on the cards to read them more.
Neat.
right.
Oh.
I believe I'm red.
So
Yes.
we've done the statement of purpose.
Now we figure out our body of argument. So, the body of argument is your will exponent added together with a skill roll of either coarse persuasion, interrogation, oratory, persuasion, poisonous platitudes, rhetoric, or stentorious debate.
it is effectively your health.
Right, which will effectively be your health.
Yes.
Then, once we figure that out, we can move on.
I'll be using my rhetoric.
I don't know. I
Okay.
don't know if any of you have played the Song of Ice and Fire RPG, but this is such a better system than theirs.
Okay. I have not played that.
Me neither.
I have not played
Oh,
it either.
Jesus. I mean, maybe if you spent 6 months figuring out exactly how it works, it would actually flow well, but it is...
I mean, I spent about a
Anyway.
month thinking about this system. Like, this is my
Let's see.
layout that I've made. So
Sweet.
Alright, so I will be using my persuasion.
Okay.
So we roll those and successes count.
Successes count, yes.
Now, is this fadeable, personable? Just for my own edification. I don't think I'm going to actually use it, but
it's a skill roll, so yes.
Does this count towards skill tests or stat tests?
Skill test, if you're using a skill.
Okay.
But I think this will just be like a routine test at best, right?
Yeah, it's graduated, so it's just a 1.
Okay. Well, not going to help me in anything, so let's roll it and find out.
Right.
3.
What are your modifiers?
I get +2 for will and +2 for having gray rhetoric. Oh, it's not a gray roll then, but it doesn't matter. I didn't roll any 3s.
Now, what's the modifiers?
+2 for rhetoric, +2 for will, +2 for gray rhetoric.
Wait, what? What's the...
What's
I'm
your
not
modifier?
following.
So, yeah, you have a +4 modifier. So what are there are +2 for
rhetoric
your
is
gray
2.
rhetoric?
And my will is 2.
You don't add your will to the roll.
You
Yeah, the
don't?
will. You add the roll to your will.
Yeah,
For-
your will just is a number you add afterwards.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll roll again.
Okay. Will is base,
Yeah.
and then roll on top of that.
Roll on top of that. So
Oh, so I only get 2
Yeah.
dice. Okay.
you get 2 extra
I
dice
And
for
what-
having a gray.
And what are those 2 dice?
For rhetoric.
For having
Just
gray
having
rhetoric,
a gray,
right?
just gray
Just
skill
having rhetoric.
adds.
Rhetoric is my
I think-
skill.
Well,
For
no,
having
that's
rhetoric.
that's rhetoric +2. You have modifiers.
Rhetoric
+2.
+2. But
I will
what's the
have
other
no
+2?
modifiers if we're not adding will.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
My understanding
Oh, because
was
your
you
will was gray.
rolled
So it was
your will
because your will was 2 and then +2 because
and
your
you
will was
rolled
gray.
your skill
Okay.
and you add those together.
That is a very good roll. Wow.
Yes,
Cool.
it is.
And so with your... And you have 2 6s in there.
Yes, I do. Fucking fate. 6.
You get another one.
Yeah, so
Nice.
that's 10.
5. You have a body argument of 10.
Makes sense.
I watched me roll terribly. Oh, that's not bad.
That's 2 for 2, actually.
I'll spend a fate. It's 3.
Okay, so
Oh, right, because it's gray. Sweet.
Right.
yeah. So you have a body of argument of
5.
5? Okay.
Oh dear. Even with the good rolls, just
Right. Okay, so as the Duel of Wits continues, body of argument is pretty much our character's HP for this. So the Duel of Wits ends when someone's body of argument reaches 0. And the way in which the body of argument is lowered is through various actions they can take, which you could sort of see here. Things like avoid, dismiss, incite, point, rebuttal. There's a handout, which I'm going to pop open for you guys, that explains like what kind of skills you guys can use for this and what the effects necessarily do. And what you need to do to engage that action. And so we'll go through exchanges. So exchanges have 3 actions for each side. You'll write down, or as we were using cards, you'll pick 3 cards to do 3 things. It can be obfuscate, it can be incite. You can make a point towards your statement of purpose. And then we'll, over time, reveal each card, and then we'll figure out how these interact with each other based off the table and everything like that.
I have a question. Can you re-explain to me how helping works in this?
Once we figure out what Lord Edwayne and Nico are doing for a specific action, you can sort of throw in with someone when they're about to make a test, and then we see how that works.
Okay, cool.
I don't
And so-
necessarily know how failure helps with that, like what failure does for that, but
here's a question of mine. Because each action requires certain social skills, can I only help with certain actions if I also have those social skills? Like one of them on the list.
No, your help is not restricted, but you still need to be specific about what you're doing, and that will necessitate...
And what skill I'm using?
That will tell me what skill you're using.
Okay, cool.
Likewise, there are a few stat tests here, so be wary of that when we do the sort of stat versus stat, skill versus stat type stuff.
Yeah, because skills win versus stats usually.
Right.
Do you want me to read the helping in Duel of Wits word for word here? Just
Sure.
Yeah, that
Sure.
can't hurt.
So, for group duels, it's best to adhere to helping rules. One character, the speaker, acts as the primary for his side. He scripts he scripts the moves he'll use. As he goes, his allies make comments on his points, etc., and throw in helping dice when they raise their voices. Once everyone has made their comments on the particular volley, have the primary roll the dice for his actions. It's the same as a regular Duel of Wits, but with helping dice. In order to grant helping dice, a player must role-play his character's participation. Failure to speak up or act means those dice may not be used on that particular roll. Also, there's no rule that says you have to help your own side. Supporting players may have their character help the opposing side through disparaging remarks, bad arguments, or just plain treachery. Whatever they choose to do, they still must abide by the guidelines and intent of the particular verbal action they are supporting. So, if he makes a point, you make a comment that helps the point. If he's making a rebuttal, you help him rebut.
I am the commentator.
Exactly. You're there throwing jibes and barbs or whatever.
Okay.
Can I ask,
Cool.
Does helping have to decide it before or after the roleplay?
I would like, if possible, for it to be after the roleplay but before the roll, so I can just, like, after you've said a sentence, be like, here, or screw you, etc.
Yes, that's my thought as well.
I would think during.
Yeah.
During / right after.
Okay.
How does
Likewise
during
for any
work?
NPCs.
Yeah. Well, sort of during the roleplay section, I think is what you meant.
Yeah.
So then
I
call
think
for
just
a roll
before
at
the
some
roll
point during the roleplay?
is...
No?
Well, it'll
I
be
don't
probably
understand
obvious
how
because they'll all be
during
probably.
works.
It's
If it comes
Just-
up and Ernest is like, Ernest, or Primarch was like, it would be like, Ernest would say something at this point. He can say something at this point.
Okay.
Yes. Or, for example, you can like use me to answer an obvious question, like use the audience or just me, I guess, because I'm not technically the audience, as like, yes, you're right, and here's a point I want to make. That is a follow up to that. Like, it's not just it's not a debate in terms of the formal procedure, in where only one person talks at a time. This is just an argument, so multiple people can talk.
Yep.
Time.
That's not what I meant. You're talking about role playing along. You're saying that you want to role play your help.
Yeah.
You have to do that, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just pointing out that if we roll the dice before we role play it out,
We don't do that.
Oh, no.
No,
Yeah,
we
you role
we
play
roll the
first,
dice
then roll.
after.
then everything is fine.
Yeah. First we say what we say, and then
That's what
we
I really
figure out
wanted to know:
finish.
is if we have to roll first or role play first.
Okay.
Okay, good. Let's continue.
Cool.
I also
So
want to
we
let
have-
Nico know, if you have the PDF, you should look at page 394. There's a chart there that I think will be useful.
394.
If you don't
yeah.
have the book, I'll send you a...
Well, it's on the...
It's on the page here.
Really?
Yeah, it's on the page. Right above body of arguments where we put in those.
Oh, good. I'm glad I put that in. It's very important.
Yep.
I couldn't recall. I didn't make it a handout. I want to make sure it was there. All right.
So there is some strategy involved here.
Yeah, that's what I've been working on. I'm like, I could do that. No, but that. Oh,
Right.
maybe that. No.
So I guess do we want to like put some time limits on how long you guys get to decide to write down your 3 exchanges or volleys? I guess I'm using the wrong word.
I don't think we got a
Sure.
hard time limit. Like it's random choice basically. So I'm not going to take too long.
What?
Plus, we don't have as many choices as it seems because most of it, like you guys, each only 2 social skills, and so.
Right. Well, you can do untrained.
Yeah.
That's
plus,
you can. That's
plus
true.
my
Not
2
that
social
I don't
skills
think
get me most of these things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
it's totally conceivable that Nico can dismiss me off the bat and win.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also, what is doesn't Lord Edwin have a trait that affects Duel of Wits?
Yeah, your stubborn trait should.
Does that? It's not a character
I think so.
trait.
Doesn't I thought it added to your body
I know
argument.
I have one of the. I have a trait like that.
Mm-hmm.
None of
I
my
don't know if
traits
Lord does
give
as well.
me dice traits or anything, so I would be surprised. I
All
guess
of your
I'll
traits
read
are
my
character traits?
Yes.
Let's see.
Oh, was your stubborn a character trait?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mark of Privilege is the only die trait that I have, and you are
Never
not
mind.
a noble, right?
Ernest. Right.
No.
Yeah.
I am not.
I have the die trait for stubborn.
Yes. But it is not Wait, hold on. Let me read explicitly what that one
doesn't
does.
It only works if I'm like the main person.
Yeah, I think it only works if you're the primary.
As bad as Edwin is in terms of health and stuff, I am worse.
I guess I should look up my traits just to be sure, but I really don't think they apply.
No, it doesn't look like it, because your only die trait was Mark of Privilege, which
Right.
doesn't affect this.
That's why. Oops.
Yes. So in the case of Ernest, Stubborn adds +2 dice to the character's body of argument in a Duel of Wits that contravenes one of his beliefs.
Okay.
So if someone is going against one of your beliefs, you just get 2 extra body of argument.
Yep. But I am not involved in this in that way.
Well, I also have stubborn, but it's a racial
It's a
trait.
character trait.
It's a character trait, so
Yeah.
it's not. You're not as stubborn as I am.
No, I actually have the character trait, stubborn, as a racial trait.
Well, my stubborn is a die trait.
How do you tell the difference?
Well, all traits tend to just be a certain type, like by design. So if you took the stubborn trait like from the list, then it is a die trait. Unless
It's a trait that I picked because my culture is stubborn.
Okay. I can't remember what we discussed cultural traits about before.
I don't think this has come up.
Have we decided that all cultural traits are just character traits, or can they be traits?
Yeah.
Usually they are just character traits, yeah.
Okay, so then
Usually
it's not the same.
Okay.
It's just okay.
That's fine with me. I'm totally.
Because maybe
let's
you
do
aren't
it by
stubborn as you're simply perceived to be stubborn, and that
because it's not something that you necessarily embody; it's how other people see you.
Yeah.
So that
and if you live up to
infer
this,
that
then
it's a
maybe
character
you
trait.
can like upgrade it to the die trait, maybe.
Yeah. If you embody it, then in a trait vote, you can get the actual trait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
That's cool.
We'll see how stubborn Lord Edwin acts in this Duel of Wits.
So he only has 5 health. So.
Yes. Exactly.
But you've already picked your cards. I'll go ahead and put my cards down.
See if I picked.
Yeah,
it correctly.
you don't have the stubborn trait from your life path, so it's just the character one.
Good.
Yep. So just remember, everyone, to get ready a phrase or sentence or a few sentences that you will say as part of your post or action, basically.
Oh,
Just
right.
Just type of action.
I hope I put these in the right order. Shit. Oh well.
Can I
I think I did.
define where I'm located in the room?
I think that's on the map, which is you're right next to the ice cube. And
Right, like why do you need to...
I'd like to know how
what-
far away I am
why?
from one of the orbs.
from the orbs.
You're like in the middle, so you're...
Well, if
A
the
number of
map is
feet
like
away.
if we just measure it on the map and then
Only
divide it by
feats?
2,
Okay.
that'll actually probably be a good approximation.
I just want to know how I can
But yeah.
move in the room during my roleplay.
Okay.
And you're okay with me moving around. Okay.
Unless Nico just shoots you when you move.
All right.
Right.
Do we want to start the roleplay?
Actually, I have a
Cool. So
question. A theoretical question, I guess you could say. Can you just end a Duel of Wits early and abruptly by just shooting them before it's
Yes.
technically
Yes.
over?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
There is a
That's-
provision for that.
There's a thing that does that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there is the murder most foul,
Yeah.
which even if you're losing or if you can't reach a compromise, just kill a motherfucker.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if a
And there's-
compromise cannot be reached in a duel of wits, either side may attempt to murder the other, and murder
Yes.
they must be. You
Well,
must
that's-
kill the other side in order to erase this travesty. This does not win the duel. You abdicate any form of compromise, but it feels good. If you fail to kill the other characters, you have failed utterly. They win.
They just get bragging rights all over you.
So, yeah.
and as a sub thing to that, there is the honor besmirched, where if you
Yes.
lose, you can ask for a duel to settle the matter entirely.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, cool.
Yes. So I
Let
think
us
we're
begin.
ready to begin the first exchange.
Okay.
Why don't we
Yes.
see what is Valley 1 from each of you?
flip.
Rebuttal and obfuscate. So rebuttal v obfuscate is a versus test. Okay, cool.
And due to what we picked, Wayne would go first to
Yeah.
this because a rebuttal doesn't happen until something is said.
Yep.
Okay. So Edwin sees that everyone else is like in this Mexican standoff where, Nico's pointing a bow at him. Ernest has the sword at Nico's throat, and then Carol has the dagger in Ernest's back. And Edwin feels left out, so he picks up his staff and he points it so that appears that he could swing and shatter one of the orbs. He actually picks one of the orbs that Nico has marked with wax, and he says, "No matter what happens here, I can't let this artifact be used against my country. I will bring this whole cave down on us if it comes to that."
Wait. I don't know.
Let's just leave, in terms of is the role play what the action is, let's just leave it.
Well, it says speaking the so.
Like, I think we should do it, but we're
Yeah.
it's our first time, so we don't...
Yeah,
You think I'm not
is-
obfuscating the
Right.
issue? I'm making the issue about...
Well, this is more of like you have a threat in there, whereas obfuscate doesn't have a threat.
Well, the threat is the thing that I'm distracting what the argument
That's
is
true.
about.
You are kind of distracting right now.
I'm
Like,
making
physically
I'm
distracting instead
making
of distracting
him
for the argument.
address my threat rather than address whatever he wants to argue.
Yeah, and he can just use the rebuttal against your threat, like, yeah, you won't do it and stuff like that. So
Well, I already know my rebuttal. You said you walked over to one of the ones that Nico marked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Nico looks at you and he's like, "That's one of the gems, lad. Go ahead and smash it. It ain't gonna do jack shit."
Yeah, one of the mode supporting gems.
I think that I will step in and say, I think the cave will still collapse on both of you, Nico. So that is me helping Lord Edwin.
Okay.
All right, so now it's a roll off.
All right.
Yep.
You get an extra die.
What skill are you using, Ernest?
Crap. I only have command and intimidation, and neither of them are applied here. So probably not helping.
You could
Not
be
in a noticeable way.
intimidating by saying that it's going to crush them. You don't think so?
I'm kind of scared of being intimidating because I have a knife to my throat.
Oh, I thought you weren't afraid of that.
I think I'll just say like, and if it doesn't, I will.
Okay.
So intimidation.
I use my rhetoric. I'm going to add one modifier from Ernest's help, and I'd like to fork in oratory.
All right.
You are very much addressing a group of probably very scared civilians as well as us.
4 successes. Do I need to spend my Artha before he rolls?
That's
Oh, I can't.
No
hang on.
sixes.
Go ahead.
probably. I
Alright,
imagine
so-
whoever goes first has the disadvantage in that way.
I think we can just spend Artha whenever, you know.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Sure. Okay.
All right, so I'm rolling my persuasion coupled with falsehood because Nico knows that would probably still do something if he hit it. No Artha. I'm just going to put in the base op of 4 just for ease of use's sake. Oh, shit. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Rebuttal successes to fully defend. It's an obfuscate. You must get more defense successes than your opponent. If you did not, successfully attack, and a portion of a rebuttal reduces your opponent's body. Oh wait, no. This is special. What was the? How did you divide between attack and defense?
Oh, that's right. I missed that part. Yeah, I got to re-roll that.
Well, you probably should have before I rolled.
Oh, any bonuses?
I'll be right back.
Okay. I just realized we haven't heard the bird yet today.
I've heard it.
Oh, I haven't. Was that it?
Yes,
Oh, I thought that was just like it's so much quieter than normal.
it is.
I didn't even think that was it.
All right. Well, since I fucked up that roll, I'm gonna say that I only put 1 in attack and it failed, and I got 1 defensive success. Does that work out?
So like the 4 was your
Yeah,
attack,
Uh,
and then everything else was a defense.
no, the other way around. Probably. I mean, if you want me to re-roll it, I will, but you know, I don't want to
Yeah, I thought
screw
you.
up the whole thing
Nah, like let's just do
because
it
I
right.
would have just okay. So there's 1 die for attack. So
All right.
1d6.
All right.
And it fails. And the rest are defense. It's 44. No, 5d4. 6.
One.
All
All
came
right.
out the same.
Yep.
So yeah, there's 1 defensive die.
So okay. This is weird. So
Does it? Because you were rolling out to see if it like mattered for.
yeah. Well, it does. Each success on the attacking portion of a rebuttal reduces your opponent's body of argument. So
Yeah.
that goes down. Wait, no, because you obfuscate is tested versus everything. If obfuscate wins, which it did, the victim of this tactic loses his current action. And if the obfuscate exceeds his obstacle, which was
She did.
1, then his opponent also suffers a +1 odd to his next action.
So that's the main
So
thing.
you get Nico's next action has a +4 3 to it.
Oh, okay, because he
it for each
succeeded by
success?
3.
For each success above met.
Does it say that?
Okay, cool. That makes
he had
sense.
1 success
No,
defense.
Obfuscate exceeds his obstacle. His opponent also suffers a +1 to his next action, period.
Okay, it's not per success.
Yeah, where are you getting each from?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, you're right. +1. Okay. Right. And if it would have failed, then it would have gone the other, or he would have gotten an advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, just +1 up. My bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So you have an automatic success on the next action, as far as I'm concerned.
Well,
And you
I
lost
still
this
have to roll some
current
successes.
action, it
but
says, right?
I lost current action, so rebuttal doesn't count if I would have gotten anything favorable from me.
Right. So yeah, he doesn't actually lose any body of argument.
Yeah.
All right, next card.
All right.
Yep.
Obfuscate and point.
Point. Oh, okay.
This
Interesting.
works out really well.
So up
Yeah.
versus.
All right. So what will Edwin's point be? All right. This one is, I've already told you, Nico, this artifact needs to be used to prevent war. If I don't have this artifact and my people die because of it, I'll never live with myself. Like, no matter what else. I told you if you wanted to bring in your friends from the organization, that's fine. They wouldn't get the artifact, but I'd be willing to talk with them. You just trying to come over here and grab the artifact, like, it just shows that you have no respect for me, and you intended all along to steal this artifact, and I don't appreciate it at all.
Okay, so I need to offer some non sequitur. So I can just be like,
Zara.
but what about puppies?
I think would it make sense for
I'll kill
for
all
me
the
to speak
puppies,
up
Nico,
right
all
now
of them.
before you responded?
I'm sorry, what?
Would it make sense for
No.
my character to speak up now before you responded?
If you want,
Actually,
yeah, go for it.
how an obfuscate typically is supposed to work is you're supposed to like cut the guy off with it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's true.
Maybe you intimidate
So what we
Nico
would have
into not
said,
cutting me off.
depending on how well you cut us off, what I would have said is, and might still say, is Nico, stay true to your word, and let us have what we came for, what we agreed months ago. That is my command skill.
See, now
Okay.
that flashback would have come up. Okay.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I think Nico just interjects with, war on this island is no concern to the big picture. You know, one island's war.
Then you're trying to get us to fall into the debate of whether or not it is a big picture. Cool.
I think I want to say Kirill says something, but I'm not exactly sure what. Hold on, let me see what he does. Oh, there it is.
Edwin would just say something about, like, he doesn't care about the big picture right now. I'm just looking out for my people. And the people of all the countries on this island.
Yeah, I think. Let's see. Wait. So the point was the artifact needs to be used for the island, otherwise war.
Yeah.
Nico is like, whatever.
Bigger picture.
Bigger picture. Ernest was like, remember your promises. And I think Kirill kind of looks at Ernest and he goes, promises are what make wars. Or, something like that. And so, yeah, I think he's trying to help with the persuade.
Would Ivan have anything to say about this if he's there?
Ivan's just
Probably.
sitting there going, "Why don't y'all kill each other?"
Yeah.
Kill each other. I'll take it afterwards.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. I'll handle this. I'm a neutral party.
All right, let me see what Ivan has. Okay, he doesn't have anything. All right. Yeah. He doesn't have any skill to help socially.
Oh, he's one of those like in a back room book nerds that doesn't know how to talk to people.
Right.
Can you help a skill with a stat?
Not according to the normal check.
Is that what it says? Didn't we make a note about this?
Yeah, skills can help stats, but stats can't help skills.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, so Ivan's gonna be pretty unhelpful.
All right, so Ivan actually has no effect on this. Good to know.
No.
He doesn't have a skill that can help, so no. He might speak up, but his words won't be that persuasive.
Kirill has a few. But Yvonne doesn't. Right. Sorry about that. Okay. So, yeah.
All right.
So that is a versus.
Okay.
I think the yeah, and Nico has a +1 ob from the previous obfuscate, and the point is just a standard or a basic versus against any successes on that go against Nico's body of argument.
Right.
And that's why I'm hoping I win this one, because it negates any successes he gets.
Right. So, Ernest, is Ernest helping?
Yes, I'm helping you.
I'm going to use rhetoric. I'm
Using
going
my
to fork
command
in
skill.
oratory again.
Okay.
All right.
2. All right. So
That should be 3.
Nico's ob is ob 3.
If that should be 3 successes, it should be op 4.
Yeah, it should be 3.
What? Well, why should it be 3?
Because it's gray,
still.
isn't it?
Yeah. Oh wait, I rolled the wrong skill. I rolled the wrong skill. I'm supposed to roll rhetoric.
That's why.
Rhetoric
you
is
said
the
you were
same number.
working oratory and that's the same number, so we can count that as your rhetoric skill, but with just an extra success.
Button.
Yeah, because you specifically said you were forking oratory.
Yeah. It'll be ob 4.
Okay. 4. I didn't lie, so I can't fork really.
And you get a +1.
Oh shit!
From Kirill.
That's true. You have a +1 from Kirill.
Sweet. 1 from Kirill.
Come on, this is going to be the deciding one.
It's got to be big.
Oh,
yes.
Shit.
Oh.
Yes. You have,
But I have a 6.
Uh-oh.
You could
No.
spend Artha. Don't do it. Fail.
Of course I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Fail.
Yeah.
All right.
So
now there will be some concession if I win.
So my
Because you
shit
managed
goes
to
down by
damage
1.
stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah. So on a fail.
No, leave it at 10 and put a new number below it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. If the obfuscator loses the versus test, his opponent's current action goes off, and his successes are applied as per the action description. Furthermore, he gains +1d to his next action.
Cool.
It's dangerous to use.
Okay.
All right.
So next action.
Flip cards.
Yep.
Dismiss and a point. What is
And-
Let's see here.
So these are like in direct conflict with each other. This is the typical how this works thing.
Yeah.
So a dismiss and a point is a standard test. Both of you guys have standard tests on this one.
So it's not versus. Okay.
Not a versus.
So bonus die. Well, yeah. Firstly, what's said?
Nico's point right now is yeah, we'll take that tack. Edwin should not be the one to take the artifact, to touch the artifact right now. We don't know what's going to happen. He's the only one that's done research on these things to know.
Sorry, just real quick. Golden, did you read the special thing for dismiss?
Yeah, if you fail to win, you must hesitate for your next round.
Okay. Sorry, just go.
I am well aware.
forward.
I actually chose the wrong one, but I'm going to stick with it. I put the wrong card out. It's fine. I know what it does.
Okay. I'm sorry about that, Nico.
That's fine. But yeah, his argument right now is that Edwin shouldn't be touching this thing. We don't know what's going to happen, and he's the only one that has studied these things enough to be able to counteract any effects it might have when someone grabs the damn thing.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Edwin's like,
And
I've already researched everything here that has anything to do with the use of the artifact. I'm the best one here to counteract the effects. Why are you using it? To try and stop and use the artifact? Listen, this whole thing, the artifact needs to... can I have a second to think?
yeah.
But this whole thing, the artifact needs to be used, if it's used at all, by somebody who can control its effects. Like, if it happens, if it does something to you, then you die. If it happens to me, then I die. I don't care about my own life. I care about the lives of my subjects and the lives of the people on this island. And if this thing was to cataclysmically destroy the world, I need to be the one who has a chance to stop it. Like, we agreed that I would have it, and we agreed that I'd talk about how best to use it, but
Nico.
But before you say anything, Ernest, my argument was to keep Edwin safe.
Oh, I know. And my very specific belief is that keeping him safe is secondary to doing what he wants. And guess what he wants? So yeah, I respond with, Nico, he's right. He knows more about these things than any of us. Step down.
Thing fries his brain, he won't know anything about anything. It'll be your fault, Ernest.
I know that, but he doesn't care, and so I don't care.
there's nothing I would learn from watching you die. The only way I'm going to learn anything
I don't
is by holding
know.
the artifact.
Scientists watch. I'm not actually the main character.
All right.
You learn a lot from watching things die.
Scientists have done that plenty of times.
So this is a standard test. What is the ob?
I don't actually
Yeah, I'm
believe
not
that you are concerned for my safety, Nico. Let's just end this.
Is it just like a graduated test? So it's like
I'm
both
not
of you
sure.
stabbing each other, neither of you defending. Is it just, are they both all but one?
We both attack each
In
other.
a standard test, roll the ability listed with the action at the obstacle indicated. Okay, so it goes like, go to the skills that we're using, and it goes on that op table.
Both of our
So mine
skills
would be against your will.
don't fight each other. We both attack each other's will. Yes. We both are attacking each other's.
It's each other's will.
Yeah.
So it's the ob is the will number, or the ob is the will roll? I assume it's the will number usually.
So what? No, what?
Is that right?
What skill are you using, Edwin?
It's pretty important. We use rhetoric.
Okay, so yeah, it will go against will. So you're rolling it against an ob 5.
Does rhetoric go against will, or does it go against?
I think it goes against
Perception.
will.
Looking it up.
Usually all
Rhetoric.
sort of persuade things go against will, don't they?
Obstacle.
Obstacles,
Perception. Oh, it's
perception.
perception of the. That
Yeah.
doesn't matter. They're both 5.
Oh, okay.
Oh crap!
So I have.
But you got a +1 from me and a +1 from the
Yeah.
The failed escape.
And I have
from last
plus
turn.
2 from making a dismiss action.
Yeah.
Probably I'm not going to do anything.
And
with this.
what is your will?
My will is 2.
Well,
So I'm adding 6 dice, I believe.
Boom.
holy crap.
All right. So that's
Any
3.
sixes? Any sixes? No sixes.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
That's not right.
Wait. Yeah. That's way
For
too
some
many.
reason, there's a 5 modifier on that. There shouldn't have been. Let me roll
So let's see.
again.
What are
I
the...
was so happy.
Oh.
Oh,
Three.
I know what I did. I was talking about my perception, and I hit the 5 button when I was... Yeah.
Were you going to fork anything?
Do you want us to use just the first 5 dice?
Yeah.
Um...
How many? Yeah. How many forks?
Wait.
Are you not lying about anything? I don't think you can use falsehood. I didn't think you were.
I think I only add 4 dice, right? The help?
Well, I mean, I
4
don't know what this
oratory.
thing's going to
You had
do.
one
but-
from me, and one from me and one from the obfuscate.
Well, I'm at 5, plus 5. Maybe.
Let me see what I can do here.
What are the other dice for your modifiers?
Dismiss gives +2 to the skill.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Because if he fails, it's really bad.
And then that's a total of +4. Are there any others? Because you're forking, so that's the last one. So it is. You have a +5 modifier.
Yeah, I'm a plus 5 modifier.
So there's my...
Okay.
Oh.
So 2 successes. And then
Well, that actually... Does that do any damage?
it's
No.
2 versus 2. So I don't know.
For point,
Nope.
in a standard test, subtract your point successes from your opponent's body of argument. It doesn't say it has to exceed the ob, just 2.
Okay. So if you've succeeded, then the number is
Really?
okay.
So this
No 6s at all. 7
know.
dice and no 6s.
dismiss was effective. So
At least this was effective.
in standard test, subtract.
So if there is a
each-
compromise, it's going to be a major
subtract-
compromise.
Subtract each success. So yeah, you lose 1 body of argument. Nico.
Okay.
Nico? Okay.
Oh, he only
And-
loses 1?
Yeah.
And I lose 2?
Obfuscate is the only one that has all dismiss successes. And
How do I hold on?
Oh, point says it's the margin of success, too.
Can I look at hold
Oh,
on.
I get a free action. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Right, and so the duel was not won. So the next volley is a hesitation.
Wait, I disagree.
But
The whole duel, not just the volley.
No, I think I should have done more than 1 damage, then.
No, you did.
in a standard test, subtract each success rolled from your opponent's body of argument.
Right.
And point
You-
says
You
subtract
had
your
1
points.
success.
No, I had 6.
No?
You had 1.
No,
Why did... I'm confused. Why is it 1?
Because the ob was 5, and so
Oh, I see,
you
reverses.
met the obstacle and then had 1 success.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Because his will was 5.
And likewise, Nico met the obstacle, so he didn't fail, but he has no
okay.
additional successes.
All right, fine.
Like this is how
Okay.
like you add in like patiently or working quickly type stuff.
Yeah. I don't... Can we do those with this?
No,
Okay.
but I was using it as an example.
Yeah.
Those are what successes are.
All right, so let's clear these cards off.
Yep. Did we want to do a quick break?
Wow, that was
Wait.
fast. Yeah, we're
Sure,
The
an
let's
next,
take
hour and
a
a half
break.
almost.
In this in the next exchange.
All right.
Cool.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that. First round of
First round done.
arguments have been done, and We're doing better than I thought. Go red team.
Yeah.
Go red
Go
team.
Red Team. All right, we'll get back soon.